moving on quickly to the next presentation on our agenda, I would like to call upon stage our next presenter, Dr. Anupama Joshi, Senior Scientist, Autotech Development Center. The topic of the presentation is enhancing anode current collector durability in lithium-ion batteries through passivation layer development. Over to you, Anupama ma'am. The stage is all yours.
Hello, am I audible? Thank you, Manu, for today. Before going to the topic, I would like to welcome you all for such a very nice session here in the battery show. Myself, Dr. Anupama Joshi. I am representing MKS Autotech, and my topic of interest is current cutting edge surface finishing technology. Basically, I will be talking about the passivation of copper foils which is used in the battery. Before driving deep into the topic, I want to give a brief introduction about what MKS is actually doing. Where is our footprints? MKS Autotech is an American technology based company. We deals with different type of products. Our main mission is to enable technology for future development. At Autotech, MKS Autotech, we have different subdivisions, basically the semiconductor divisions, vacuum solution divisions, plasma, specialty chemicals, and different type of plating equipments so as to fulfill the requirement of the customer by giving them end-to-end solution. If you will see the Autotech at MKS at a glance, we have an investment of approximately 3,800 million dollars for R&D, which helps in giving us approximately 3,000 patents. We have more than 85% of the instruments or the solutions provided, which is used in the semiconductor companies, are provided by MKS. And if you will see from the slide, we have more than 34,000 customers all around the world, having a team of 2,000 plus scientists and engineers which are working day and night to fulfill the dreams of MKS. Now introducing to another parent company, that is the specialty chemical, which is MKS Autotech. We have a very long history of more than 160 years, and we are the global leaders in electroplating. In this, we have more than 2,000 patents also, which is only with the specialty chemicals, and we have more than 8,000 customers which we cater to solve their problems, and different R&D projects are running to fulfill the customer requirement. If we will see the global scenario, our global footprint is almost across whole of the world. There are approximately 15 tech centers and R&D labs where we are working closely with the customers in different fields like general metal finishing, electronics, electrochemical, chemistry, characterization, so on and so forth. We have more than 55% stars with advanced degrees. And this is how the MKS Autotech in Manesar looks like. It is a very nice facility. I would like to invite you all, once if you get a chance, please visit this facility at the Manesar, India, which is spread over 20,000 square meter. And we have 20 different plating lines and 40 different labs, which caters the requirement of different customers. And Plus, whatever the problems or troubleshootings need to be done, they are done in these facilities. Our labs are NABL accredited, which help to accelerate the pace of innovation done at MKS Autotech. Now, I will talk more about what do you understand by the passivation of the copper foil. Before going into the passivation, we have seen in different booths also that different type of research are going on, different field of the cells, that is active materials, electrolytes, and different scientists, researchers are working how to increase the energy density of in the material levels in the cell. So, but apart from electrolytes and cathode materials, there are other components also in which innovation will help to enable the crucial for future battery components, just like current collectors, enclosures, connectors, where we at MKS Autotech are eagerly working to improve the performance of the battery by working on these auxiliary components present in the batteries. For example, if we will consider the current collectors, how we can cater that problem, or how from the current collectors we will help to increase the energy density in the cell level. For if we reduce the size of the current collectors by increasing its strength but and the ductility, we can overall reduce the dead weight or inside the battery. This will help us to increasing the current overall performance of the battery. Another topic is enclosures and the housings. High, because these places are prone to higher corrosions. So our aim is to provide solutions. At MKS Autotech, we are a specialty in surface finishing. By providing solution for the corrosion resistance, we are helping in increasing the life of the battery pack. Now, as we know, there are different type of current collectors. There are some features which are very important in in using those material as a current collector. For example, we are considering copper as a current collector. It has different factors which we will consider to use as a current collector. But apart from that, there are some challenges with those current collectors, like they are prone to corrosion when it is exposed to moisture or organic electrolytes which are present inside the batteries, which will impact the performance of the batteries uh, at the latter stage of its life cycle. So, how corrosion occurs inside within a copper foil? Because it's in a layman word, if you will say, we can say copper first get in contact with the oxygen and it is started converting into copper oxide. And if it is the process continues, then again it is started tarnishing by converting into copper to oxide. This is how corrosion occurs, which increases the internal resistance of the circuit, as well as when this copper foils or copper is used in the cell, it will hamper the addition of the active material inside the cell. Therefore, these points needs to be addressed in the initial stage so as to use these copper foils in the battery for better cycling life. So there are different factors. We have already said that passivation is important. We have to prevent tarnishing. But there are different factors which needs to be kept in mind before we apply any passivation over the surface. Because if the passivation is too thick, that also impact the efficiency of the battery, overall cell cycle, as well as the safety. So passivation, though, needs to be done in such a way that it will not affect the performance of the battery, but it prevent the corrosion, and improve the extended cycle life of the battery by ensuring optimum performance. So the scope of our work scope of our work is to passivate the surface of copper in a sustainable way, eco-friendly way, so as to improve the cycle life of the battery. Currently, if we will see, the technology which is used in the market is based on chrome 6, which is in some countries used carcinogenic materials and is not sustainable to the environment. These chemistries are often fall into rich category in different parts of the world, basically in the European Union. So MKS, whose vision is sustainability for better future, we come up with a solution. And since we are leading in the market in the specialty chemical, so we have come up with a solution which is hexchrome free. The surface which we passivate doesn't contain any carcinogenic material, and we have done rigorous testings of these foils in the battery so that the overall performance of the batteries will not be affected. Though the passivation which we have developed past the provide protection from oxidation, and it helps in longer life cycle of the battery. We have performed rigorous testings based on the technical requirements of the customers. For example, we have done since these foils are used inside the batteries which is under very harsh condition, so there are different tests which needs to be done in order to qualify a product as a good passivation layer over the foils. So we have done the heat treatment test, dry storage test, and self life test, sheet resistance. All there are different tests which we have performed and checked whether the passivated foils are working well inside the battery or not in future, and it will increase the self life of the battery. We have also performed the self testing by doing the cycling at different C rates, and the charge discharge EIS with the foils, which is the benchmark which is currently used in the industry, as well as the foils which are passivated with our chemistry. Both these foils are following the same performance level. But the point is, the solution provided by us helps us. It is environmental friendly. Plus, there is one more point which needs to be considered is that we have a leverage over fine tuning the thickness of the passivation layer over those foils. So overall, we have an added advantage of getting better cycle life compared to the what we are getting in the currently used foil. Plus, it is sustainable also. In short, if I will try to summarize the work on the passivation, is that we at Autotech had developed an environmental friendly process. The thickness of the passivation layer is approximately 2 nanometer, and the parameters which will be used for this passivation is as per the industry standard, and the foils batteries made using the cells which we have tested made using these foils are also as per the industry standard. So overall, we come up with a sustainable solution for copper passivation. Why MKS Autotech is a key differentiator, why we come up with such a sustainable solution, is that we have a deep understanding of electrochemical method deposition. And in our facility, we have different divisions of organic chemistries, and other departments which help. We have the leverage to tailor the new additives which are not even in the market, and the platform based synthesis approach which we generally use in our labs help us in gaining this advantage. Automated systems which are present in our lab also help to get the proper uh, understanding of these processes. Thank you. If you have any questions, please visit us in the booth number B210.